She dances on the moon, her spirit lifts up with a tune, spreading kindness around the room. She's Katie Moonchild.
Hey, hey, hey! Hi, everybody. Oh, that's so fun. I love that. Thank you for writing that.
Oh, you're very welcome. I was dancing around. I don't know if you saw me singing.
Yeah, we're both going. I love it. I asked her, I love the words. And I said, can you put that to something a little more flamenco-y, Spanish-y, Arizona? And she went, send me two. So you'll be seeing hearing the other one as well. So it's fun. Hi, everyone.
I enjoy it.
Hey, Flowing. First, hey, Benny Loco. She left a message on here like yesterday, or hours ago.
Benny.
Hey, Flowing and Rose Blue.
Yes.
Hello
to both of you. Good morning. Good morning,
everybody. Yeah, you guys asked for it. Are you ready? We're here and we're together.
Yes, and we're going to be together again tomorrow on my channel. So you're going to have 2 days of Dali and Katie and Dali. We're doing it.
Yeah.
Woo!
We want to. Good deal. I thought what I would do, how we always start out, we've got to do the mindful prompts.
Absolutely.
Because that is just, hey, I do that every morning anyway.
Me too.
That deck this is the really fancy box, as you can tell. I use it a lot. It's not even a year old and it's coming apart, all dog-eared. It's fun. Yeah. Okay.
It's good to get your we all wake up in a different way every day, right? Some days we're bouncing out of bed and we're like hitting the world like woohoo, and some days we're bouncing out of bed and stubbing our toe, so
it's been a lot of years since I've bounced out of bed like that. I usually kind of roll out. Like, damn, I gotta pee. And off I go. And then because of that, I'm awake now. So I usually stay up. I've been up for hours. I could do this live stream when I'm truly waking up, but none of you guys would be awake. So, and it doesn't matter if you're on the East Coast, you wouldn't be awake. Well, you might be.
I might be awake, but I might be like this.
Yeah. You're going, oh, you want me to participate? What? You're wondering what the ocean thingy theme back in the back there is. I've decided to add a new little thing about the card of the day I post on Instagram. Yeah. Since Dali was so sweet to promote it, I thought, well, why don't I put it on here? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Hydrate is the card.
Hydrate.
And it really is perfect because it shows how you affect water and water affects you. All is a part of flow. So, we're all little fishes in our little community, in our web of creation, in the kelp today. That's kind of in honor of Danny, too. Hell, why not? Mr. Scuba Man.
Oh, Flowing says no bounce in this body.
Yeah, she's flowing and I suffer from a similar ailment in the morning. It's like fibromyalgia says, you want me to do what? Oh, there's the light. Except I got smart. I use blackout curtains. So the light comes on when I want it to. Thanks. I turn the sun on and off.
Smart. I have blackout curtains as well, and I love them. And they're great in the winter for here in Wisconsin.
Yeah,
because, even with the triple pane windows, when it's 11 degrees below zero, it is freaking cold, right? It doesn't matter how thick your windows are or your insulation is, you're going to still feel it on the walls. And having those blackout curtains kind of keeps that cold back, So
that has the same effect here to keep the heat out.
Right.
You'll find my curtain closed most of the summer. because the air conditioning is darn expensive. So,
Right.
oh, this card.
Don't I
I
know
always
it?
pull, you guys, instead of cutting cards, I always pull cards out of the middle because it'll grab a card and leave it partway sticking up. And I know that's the card Spirit wants me to play.
Yeah.
So we got the idea space. Everybody wants to be a part of something bigger than themselves, but no one wants to be themselves.
That's so true.
For today, instead of conforming to the status quo, be unapologetically you.
Yes.
I love it.
I love that too. I am me. Yay!
Then on the other side for tonight,
Hey, Mama Redneck. Woo!
hi, Mama. Good to see ya. For tonight, being human means there will always be one thing that we can relate on. Hey, whoa, that's a good one for us to go to dreams with, especially those of us that are trying to heal the country. Being human means there will always be one thing we can all relate on, and that's our humanness.
Yes. And
There
everything
is,
that goes along with that, right?
yeah. Is there someone you dislike? What problems do they face? Is there any way you can relate? So when a Karen, sorry, I don't like using the word, but when one of those people comes and demands their rights, or you're watching it happen wherever you're at,
Yes.
just keep asking yourself these questions. What problems do they face? And is there a way that you can relate with them?
Mm-hmm.
Like you've never been angry with someone taking your money at a fast food place? Or you've never gotten the wrong order about the 50th time on the wrong day?
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just how you react. Do you react, or do you overreact, or do you just act? Me, when that happens to me, I'm like, I think Spirit's telling me I need to pay for the next person's meal.
Right. And I love doing that. I love doing that anyway when I can.
Oh, it's
When I have
black.
the money to do it, I always do it because um you may turn a really horrible day upside down for somebody just in that little act of kindness, you know.
Yes.
I like to do that. I
Completely.
occasionally do that at the grocery store too when I have the money to do it. Like right now I don't, but when I
Well,
have
you
the
know,
money
when
to
it's
do it, I'll
good
do it at the grocery store as well.
is when
Especially
you're
if
in
the
the,
person behind me is like a mom, a single. You could tell she's a single mom with a kid, and she had to really
yes.
pick and choose what she could have in her cart because she doesn't have the money or the food stamps to pay for everything. When
Yeah.
you take care of one of them and you offer them the ability to go back into the store and get more for one day at least, you know, man,
You
you make
change their whole life. You change the life of their children. Even.
yes,
Just with one simple act.
yes.
That's beautiful. I love that.
And
I
then that
love
joy,
that.
like Flowing, it says that brings so much joy. It just sends joy out into the collective. It's like rippling out. From that point
Yes.
forward, she's going to probably do something nice. It might not be something monetary, but maybe she'll see somebody struggling with something and she'll go and help them out. You know, it just keeps flowing out and flowing out and flowing out. And it's up to us to do that when we
It
can.
is. It really is. That's what it means to shine your light, y'all. Hey, Fatima, my beautiful sister. Good to see you, love. So good to see you. I love the video of pressure washing the patio. I want you to know. I watched it, darling.
There's something
I
very
need a pressure
satisfying.
washer. I'm scared of those things. I'm afraid I'm gonna like accidentally get a finger in the way, and there it goes.
No, it's not that. It's not that. The ones that you can buy for home are not
They're not
that
like
powerful.
industrial
We have
ones.
one. Yeah, we have one, and it's great for like taking the dirt off the house and the dirt off the cement, you know. And,
Yeah.
but I've gotten my hand in front of it, and it hasn't like blown my hand off. So don't worry, that won't happen.
Most people around here have dirt-colored houses, so
Well, I don't care. There's like
yeah. I'm just stupid. Mine's yellow, and the yellow is faded out so much. It's pretty much white, and then I have bright green, Kelly green doors.
Oh, neat. I
But
like
it
those.
was a really pretty soft yellow with white trim and green doors, and I called it Arizona Cottage was the style because I put mullions in the big picture window in the front.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, hey, let me show you. Look over here. You see those?
Yes. Yes.
That window is the same size and it opens. The one in the front does not.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
That's the kitty TV.
Yes.
And right now it's Katie TV.
Oh, Fatima
Yeah,
says that was her brother at work. Oh, okay.
that was pretty cool.
I have one
I
at
love it.
home. It's not as powerful. Yeah, mine is not. It's not super super powerful, but it's great for taking the bird dirt off the bird cage, and you know
Great
stuff
for
like
removing
that.
bird shit.
Yes. My dad used to call it bird dirt, so I have
I
got that
love that.
so ingrained. My dad would come out, and if a bird pooped on his car, he'd be like, "Freaking bird dirt."
I can imagine him, this big iron worker dude.
Yeah, bird dirt. Yeah.
And your mom is there being the bird rehabber and he's
Yes.
cussing them.
Yes. But my dad was so gentle with animals. He was so gentle with animals. Like any of the animals that my mom was rehabbing, whether it be birds or small animals, my dad took part in that too, in feeding them and taking care of them.
Well, it
He was
does
very
take
gentle with
everybody.
animals.
It's a lot of work.
They are. They are.
Um,
And it's a constant 24-hour thing. So all of us, my brothers, myself, my mom, my dad, all of
yeah.
us were rotating who was taking care of the birds or the squirrels or the bunnies when, because it was a 24-hour process. The animals outside, birds are pretty okay about, like, between 11 and 4, they can be left alone and they'll be all right. But like baby animals, you have to constantly be making them pee and poop,
You
and you got to constantly be feeding them because they get fed all night long. So,
Hey, I decided to wait until next spring because I am still healing. But next spring, I am going to volunteer to be a bottle feeder for Pima County Animal Control.
I think that you will enjoy that so much.
Oh, I know I will because I've done it before as veterinary assistant. And those little sweeties, as you hold that bottle, they're holding your fingers.
Mhm.
Their little ears do this.
Mhm.
The whole, just like they do with their mama. They get a mess all over their face. And,
Yeah.
they're so helpless and so innocent and so beautiful that
Yeah.
it's the only other thing I experienced as a veterinary assistant that was more beautiful than that was actually participating in a C-section.
I've never done that. I've been
The ones who are trying to get those little babies to wake up because those little babies, they snoozy. They're getting the anesthesia mama got. So you gotta keep them pissed off. So
Yeah,
so really, really, really hard.
I've never done anything like that. I've been present for the birth of baby animals, baby kittens, puppies, squirrels. We had one year, my mom had a mother squirrel. It was in the spring, and lightning had struck a tree that the nest that she was building was on. So she fell with the tree and she hurt her little paw. And so my mom took the animal to the vet, and they were able to cast the paw. It was a clean break, so they were able to cast the paw. Well, it's not even casting; it's just taping. But anyways, but she was pregnant, so while she was in there, the squirrel had her babies, and I got to watch that, and that's
cool.
Just incredible, to see that.
Yeah, watch wildlife doing that in your house.
Yeah,
right.
It was pretty neat. So
there's Rose Blue. Hey, girlfriend.
Making coffee. Oh, that's important. Coffee is.
You're back. It's good to see you here, darling. Good to see you. Yeah. So today it's just hydrate is everything about flow. And it really took me back. Boy, have I been reflecting. This Mercury retrograde kicked me in the butt.
Mm-hmm.
But brought back my memories of Standing Rock. And when I saw this card, all I heard was Mini Wiconi, water is life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that was the direction I took my card of the day today. Water is life. But you know what's interesting? This is what connects it to flow. Air is life as well.
It is.
And you have to have both. You cannot have just one or the other.
I would have
There's
to.
your
I would
first
have
lesson
to.
in flow.
I would have to argue that like all the elements really, you know, air, fire, water, and earth, all of those things are necessary for our sustained
Existence.
living, you know.
Yes.
And I think that any one of the elements can be used to think of, you know, for flow. You know, fire follows its source. It flows. You know, fire can
Fire.
flow.
Yeah.
Lava. Think of lava. You know,
Well,
lava.
fire has any fireman will tell you fire has a soul.
Yeah.
It's a living, breathing thing.
Yes. Yeah.
I used to be married to a yeah, my ex-brother-in-law was a captain in the fire department, so here in Tucson. So yeah, the stories that he would tell me, and he was the dude out running the gauges and stuff on the truck. He didn't have to go in the fire.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, me like the firemen. Now I sound like Linda G and her Manses. I likes the firemen's.
Like manses. I live in a neighborhood full of firemenses and fire ladies too.
That's cool.
Both.
My fire station isn't very far from here. When I hurt my back and I had to call them 2 weeks in a row. Yeah, they were like, "Oh, ma'am, we saw you. Didn't we just see you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, last Monday." Same problem. I asked you to take me to a different hospital this time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it was like, "Well, can you walk?" Or, you know, I'm looking at this guy going, "No, just scoop me up."
Can I walk? Yes. Do I want to? No. No, I don't, Mr. Firefighter.
Oh my goodness. And it's really cool, you know, back to the flow thing, the water thing, and the hydrate. Because I'm in Arizona, that's kind of like really important. Hot. The monsoons have called a break right now. We're back up getting to 106 and above this week. So guess who's going to be working in resin and hiding in the house?
That girl. Oh wait, that girl.
Yeah, that's one.
That girl.
Right here. This one right here.
So
I went ahead and I pulled a card. And I did it from, you know, our lovely crystal layer. I just love this deck because the illustrations are so pretty.
Yes.
And the card that I got has to do with something I've been trying to create in resin, and I'm not really successful at it yet. And I know why. I'm using the wrong resin to begin with. It's amazing. Anyway, it's Larimar is the card.
Let's see it.
Look at this.
You should make the screen big so that we can see.
Yeah, I need to go over to me. Let me make me.
Just remove me. There we go.
Look at it. You're speaking of the lava and the vata and fire, air, and flow.
Yes.
That's where Larimar is created.
That
it has the Mohs hardness of 5. The fire of the volcanoes creates islands in the midst of the ocean's ceaseless churn. I was born of fire, Larimar reminds us, those who don't see beyond her swirling layers of turquoise, blue, and sea green.
Yeah.
Look below your surface emotions and find the fire within the water. Ooh, I just got goosebumps on that one. Fire creates earth, solid ground from which new things can grow. When you're drowning or simply ready to claim your own space, place to make a stand, or a private island paradise, Larimar will help you find your core fire.
Yeah.
The values that guide you. And Larimar counsels when you can't fathom the moves of the people around you. Look beyond their water to see their fire. This is where you'll find true understanding.
Yeah. That
How-
just shows what we were talking about, Katie, with how we can.
Well, yes. This and it's interesting because I picked the theme for today to be talking about healing from trauma. That's what this card's telling you how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's getting to me. Woo! It even makes me sweat.
Hey, look at Katie. Look who's on my
Oh, Clarity!
It's Clarity.
Oh, you guys, there's a kitty. I gotta tell you guys about Bridget, and so you can pray with me
Oh,
to
yeah.
see if she's still there after the adopt-a-thon this weekend. I looked last night. She's still there.
Well,
She's 6 years old. She looks like Miss Clarity down there, except for one thing. She has a perfect little heart on the tip of her nose. The whole tip of her nose is a heart.
Clarity has a heart on her nose too. She's not looking at me right now, so I can't like show you, but she's also got a very heart-shaped, because it's pink and it's in contrast to the white and the black in her face.
There you go. And this nose is black.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like that cat. You look at that cat and you want to go, oh, you got dirt on your nose, and it's the shape of a darn heart. And the cat's name is Bridget.
Well, we gotta pray about it.
Bridget is one of the Celtic goddesses that I have always venerated.
Bridget, yeah, me too. I've got a Bridget. I don't know if you can see it up there, but I've got a Bridget cross on my right there. See?
Yep.
Yeah, she's one of my favorite Celtic goddesses as well.
You know, as one of the things that the hydrate card said for us to do, to follow it, is to take your water vessels. You know, I keep water in the refrigerator, so it's always cold. I'm not big on ice cubes. I need the space in my little freezer for other stuff like food instead of ice cube trays or, automatic ice cube maker or whatever. I have a small house, small refrigerator. And thank you very much, Flowing. She said I had a beautiful house. Thank you. This is my bedroom, by the way. But back to the flowing thing. Decorate your vessels with sacred symbols that mean something to you, not necessarily sacred symbols that belong to any organization or anything else. One thing I've been playing.
Spirals mean a lot to me. So
yeah, I've been playing around a lot in Pinterest, looking at sigils and websites on how to make them your own. And that's what I'm going to do for my zero water pitcher. I've had that thing for almost 10 years. Works great. I change the filter every time you can tell when the filter needs to be changed. It tastes a little funny, like a little bit vinegary. Gotta go. Change that thing. It's a lot cheaper than the reverse osmosis I used to have.
I have a water container that I keep in the fridge that I put bind runes on for health and love and harmony.
Awesome.
And it's kind of the same concept, of putting like sigils and, really it's just magical symbols, and you imbued the magic into whatever it is that you're drawing or creating. You don't even have to use a rune or a sigil or anything. You could just make your own. And as long as you're putting your intention into that particular symbol, that symbol is going to connect with you. And that's important, so.
Like I was listening to a VC yesterday. God bless him. And his symbol is two kind of cockeyed sideways. One is upside down and one is right side up. Triangles. I used to think, man, I'd like to have that as a tattoo.
Does he use that? Is that in reference to the like air, earth, water? You know how air, earth, water, and fire are different triangles.
You'll see it all through the video to the song "Wake Me Up" when it's all over. I can't believe that he he ended his life.
Mm-hmm.
What a talented person. Anyway, yes, good to see everybody. Alrighty.
Sharon's here. Sharon's
I see that. Hi, Sharon Sipe. I love you. I say hi, Sharon. It's so good to see you, hon. She was busy this weekend. My goodness, you were everywhere.
Sharon is everywhere. Sharon is everything. Sharon is everywhere. Sharon is the queen.
Did you moderate for the 24-hour fundraiser? Because I know you didn't do it all 24 hours. They didn't even do it. They were only on a couple hours at a time. So
maybe Sharon hooked an IV of coffee up to her arm and was able to do the 24-hour thing. I don't know.
That could be. That could be. So yeah, I tell you. How about you guys? Did you do a lot of reflecting during this Mercury retrograde? I mean, it's not over. We're still in the shadow.
I did.
I still am.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I had some things bubble up that I forgot were there, and spent a lot of time over the last week that Mercury was technically in retrograde. I know we're still in the shadow, but that last week coming up to it, I did a lot of crying. And it wasn't necessarily a oh, I feel so sad, I need to cry. It was like so many things were moving me to tears because I was feeling so much gratitude.
Yes.
Because the things that I was reflecting on, are the times in my life where I should have shown gratitude and felt gratitude but didn't.
Yeah.
And I mean, these are from years ago. This is from long ago.
I did a lot of that.
I was a very different person, you know.
Hi, Teresa Levine. Good to see
Teresa
you.
Levine, hello.
I did a lot of that too, but of course, yeah. Aloe. I lost Aloe in August. I lost Willow way back in July.
I know it's hard to believe that much time has passed. It feels like yesterday to me that, you know, that Aloe.
It's been 3 weeks since Aloe passed.
I know. It's unbelievable how quick.
And it was really weird all day yesterday because I kept waiting for the fireworks. Emotionally, I was so shut down for July and August. I never got really much of a 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I ate a real good American food last night.
Yeah, me too.
I had a big, fat chili dog made with a cheesy broth and tater tots. And then I proceeded to be in such a food coma. I was like, oh God, no move.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Look at Rose Blue. Rose Blue's like, I let the sun reflect off me putting up a chain link fence. Now I'm a walking glow stick. Oh, no!
I love you. I missed you. I've been giggling at her, watching her all weekend in people's chats. You've been on fire, my dear. I love it.
And glowing, yes, this was a powerful time for me. I'm still getting rid of things. Yes, a lot of gratitude given. I'm letting go of people that were not really friends. Sad, but it was needed. You know, we all go through that, and I know that's tough. I know that.
And you know,
because there's an admission that you have to do in that. You know, there's a responsibility in yourself that you have to face with that.
My number one question is when that happens, why am I holding on?
Yes.
If it's making me uncomfortable, this friendship or relationship is making me uncomfortable, it's bringing so much stress into my life, what am I hanging on to it for? Because everything I know in my very core is if it keeps you uncomfortable and brings a lot of stress in your life, it isn't serving you. Let it go.
That's right. Yeah, that's
right.
And
I'm an Aquarius, and Aquarius is really bad at, give me a reason and I'm out.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about StreamYard. Once I make a decision to walk, I never look back.
Mm-hmm.
It's not ghosting you. You didn't exist. You're gone. And then Mercury comes up and goes, you need to learn because you didn't do this, 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 and that's why that happened with this person who you say doesn't exist anymore. Because when you do that, you're discounting that person.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't ever want to discount someone.
No.
And that is so
That's right.
easy to do.
Yes. Well, it is, especially when you're trying to turn off a feeling in yourself. It's easy to, or, maybe it's not always easy, but, if somebody does you wrong, and you're just like, okay, that's it, bye, and you walk away from it, it feels good to sever the cord, but the cord really isn't severed until you forgive. And so, yeah, there's that. Did you
Well, and the
see?
cord isn't really severed until after you forgive. You need to ask Archangel Raphael to help you heal the ends of that cord.
Right.
So they cannot find their way back together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you need the severing to be an actual severing. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, God love you, Sharon Sipe. Oh my gosh.
Man, oh man, woman. Man, oh man, woman.
You are the bionic woman and superwoman and Spider Girl all put together at the same time. That's what you are.
Yeah. I think we need to do awards or something for moderators.
For real.
I mean, and I'm not saying that because I used to be and kind of still am. It's you guys have a thankless job, and I really love you and really, really respect you. Especially people, Benny Loco, who had the first post in this. She moderates for gigantic channels. She moderates for the Midas Touch. Some of those guys. So
yeah.
I don't even know those things that you get in their live streams and that stuff's going so fast. How does she even know? She says you feel it. And
yeah.
That's it. You just do it with the feeling. Those guys are so supportive of their moderators. They don't even second guess who they kick out.
Right. Right. Yes.
Your Instagram was trolled? Oh, really?
But your answers didn't.
Well, it could have been mine too. I did have an imposter try to, it wasn't last year though. I think it was the year before. See, last year I just kind of, I had so many health problems. I just, right up until, April of this year? Mother's Day last year, I hurt my back. That left me flat on my back clear through July. And then I got I'm all, going to physical therapy. That's all getting better. A couple days before the physical therapy, I get the hand operation approval. Whew. Okay, let's do that as soon as possible. Well, in December, there we go. And that replaced this joint. Well, it's taken 6 months just to see, I can't quite even still get there. And I work hard at it all the time. They told me 95 to 98%. You know what? I call that 95%, and I'm pretty happy. I can shuffle cards. I can grab stuff. I can pry stuff. What else do you need it for?
Right.
I can give a thumbs up, a thumbs down.
I will be so happy if I get 40% of my shoulder back. I will. I will be so happy with that. I mean,
well, you've already gotten, I would say, haven't you gotten close to that already?
It's close. Yeah. This motion, this, where you raise your arm this way is still only at 20%. But
I can't do that very well. It hurts. I think I've got to rotate. I think
great. This side, this is it. This is where I got going up this way. I'm pretty good, but yeah, going out, I'm still struggling with that.
Well, that's because you got all the gravity's pulling down on your hand. It's working against you. I think I hurt my rotator cuff when my arm was paralyzed from my hand surgery when I first came home, because I bent over to go to the bathroom and my arm went like that. It was totally paralyzed. I couldn't feel a thing. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. And when I bend over, I'm supposed to hold my arm. They didn't tell me to keep it in a sling wrapped to me, which was really stupid because that would have solved everything. My rap was Willow. I'd go crawl back in bed, and he was like on me, wouldn't let me move. I have pictures of him with his head right here, and his body's up. So, yeah. So, you guys, I can do the memory thing with them and not cry. I'm doing good.
Yeah, no, that's good. Both Flowing and Teresa are saying that they haven't been watching much YouTube lately. Either have I. I've been watching a lot less YouTube, and it's not because I don't love anybody, and it's not because I don't care or that I'm not interested. I just am feeling, maybe because we're coming towards the end of summer, we're getting close to fall.
Yeah.
I'm feeling this urge to be introspective right now.
Very
So
much.
I'm spending a lot more time reading, sitting outside, just being away from all forms of media.
All the astrologers that I have seen in the last 3 days have said the month of August is your time to focus on your core, your inner child, your higher self, and exactly what you want to manifest.
Yeah, but
because the veil in October is so thin, and the way the planets are all aligning for the month of October, this is an extremely powerful time to have the life you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I guess I'm doing that. I'm like getting ready to do some carving, and so I've kind of just drawn myself back, and I love everybody, and I love watching everybody's channels. I just had to. I feel like maybe I'm going through a type of detox.
I did about a year of that. And I just, over this weekend, just started watching people that I used to watch all the time. And I don't recognize hardly anybody in the chat anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, I was supposed to not be here. But it was an awakening for me.
Yeah, Teresa's saying that she was feeling addicted to YouTube, and I get that.
Yes.
I totally get that.
And you know what it is that is making us, especially if you're addicted to card readers, you know what it is? You know what the addiction is? It's causing it? Fear, y'all.
Yes, fear. I was just going to say that. We got to be careful about that, you guys. We're in a spiritual group, and we need to remember that
we have all the power right here.
We have all the power. We have all the power in us. So all the stuff that we're seeing on TV, all these negative ads, and all the fear mongering that's being done right now, none of that is real. None of it is real.
Do you know what your light is? Do you really know what your light is? That is the part of you that is the source. You are God.
You are the source. Yes.
You are the source. You are God, because we're made, according to Christian doctrine, we're made in God's image.
Yeah, we are the reflection.
And that's the part that they kind of don't talk about very much, because that's blasphemy. If you say you're God, you're blaspheming. No, that's what Jesus taught.
Mm-hmm.
That you could do what he was doing. All you have to do is ask. But when you ask, you have to believe you can do it. And it's into the very mitochondria of your cell. You have to believe you can do it. That's the hard part. Because so many of us have been pumped. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Worthy. But it's time to get down in there and say, yes, I am.
Yes, you are 100% worthy. Yes, you are. Just by breathing and being in this world, you are worthy. And Flowing is saying maybe that's what's missing from some of the channels, is the spirituality, the actual connection to spirit. Exactly. Yes, I agree. There's a lot of. If you're watching, I do not want to badmouth anyone in particular.
No.
If they are spending more time trying to freak you out with their readings, it's not coming from spirit. It is not coming from the source. So you got to be really careful. You can put fear intention into your readings if you're not being mindful of what
you're not careful.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Um, and that's when you find the people in the chat that repeatedly ask the same question of every card reader that they go to. They want to see, they're doing the elimination, process of elimination, logical thinking. Well, if 5 say yes and 2 say no, then it's going to be yes. And then what's funny is Spirit's laughing, and the whole time Spirit's going, yeah. And then free will changes someone decides to change something in this equation, and all
Yeah.
that means nothing.
Right. Right. There is divination is not a written in stone science. It is not, because free will changes everything. Free will, there are 8 billion people on this planet, and each person has free will, and each person's intentions affect
Yes.
the collective and affect the outcome of things.
Yeah.
So even our divine guides, who can see a broader perspective, don't know 100% what's happening in the future.
We aren't
And
supposed to know.
people don't like to hear that, but it's the truth. There is no solid, rock solid, set in stone answer to things. That's why when I do my readings, I do them for the collective, and I do them from a place of broadness, because I know that free will, unless Spirit is very intensely saying, no, this is exactly what I want you to say. I do it from a place of feeling and love and broadness, because I know that free will can have an impact. So you'll never hear me say, next Tuesday,
Oh, you can't.
so and so is going to fall off the podium when they're doing a speech. You will never hear me say something like that, because anything could change that. I might.
Well, besides that, I
head.
found that when you do that, your spirit guides will put you in alignment really quick. They're good at slapping you upside the head and saying,
yes,
there's no timeline in this.
That's right.
Number one, there is no time. Time is a human concept.
That's right. And
it doesn't mean anything to them.
I like what
stuff means nothing. That's why you can't get a direct time from cards and divination.
That's exactly right. I like what Rose Blue and Flowing just said. Rose Blue said energy changes daily, and yes, free will effects. And Flowing said, what we do to one, we do to all. We are all that connected.
Yes. Yes.
That is 100% right. And that's why as spiritual people, really our intention and our focus needs to be in, am I the best person I possibly can be? Am I living up to my potential? Am I doing everything that I can for the path that I'm walking right now? Or what do I got to do to find the path? Because that's important too. And it should be less about, well, what is the future going to be? And more about, what can I be? What can I be? What is best for me? And how I feel and what I'm doing. These are the things that are far more important than whether or not, who so-and-so is going to be president, or so-and-so is going to cause a war, or whatever. All that stuff is going to happen. It's going to roll out as it's supposed to, whether we like it or not. So I don't even go there. I don't even try to. I delve very seldomly into politics, and when I do, it is on a broad basis based on what Spirit's giving me a feeling about. That's why I'm trying to focus on healing the earth and healing ourselves, because that we can do something about as spiritual people, and that's what's going to have the greatest amount of impact in our life. So why wouldn't we focus on that?
If you were wondering what I was doing with this.
Yeah. Oh, is that your new speaker?
Can you hear it? You won't believe the song it's playing, you guys. Native American flute, Amazing Grace.
Oh, wow. There you go. See, that is Spirit. That is what Spirit does.
Yeah. And I just pulled 4 stones. You heard me over here messing with my rocks. First one I got was courage. Next one is trust. The next one is focus. And the last one is nature. Have the courage to trust your focus on nature.
Yes. Have the courage to trust your focus on nature. I love that. And that goes back to like what Fatima was saying earlier about how she's trying to promote her channel as being something that's very, very nature based.
And I love that.
I love that.
And that's why, I was so excited to see that she posted a video. I was like, yeah, it's so cool. But you have 3 on there, sweetheart? Something like that. It was so good to see, though. I'll support all you guys. As a matter of fact, any of you that have channels, I need to make it so that you can put your channels in there. You know, I want y'all to spread your word. Or if you know something special on somebody else's channel, I have no promote other channels. That's fine with me. That's the whole thing. That's what we're here for, is to support each other.
That's right.
Not, oh, watch me. Watch me. Don't watch them.
Watch anybody.
Oh, shut your ego down, will you?
Find your joy. Watch whatever brings you joy. That's what I say.
Amen.
And if it's not me, then that's okay. That's all right. You know,
flowing. I love it.
Yes.
Getting back to my basics brings me inner peace.
Right on.
And you know what? When you
right on, sister.
And I love your piece. Your avatar is gorgeous.
Yes.
And when you're a chronic pain sufferer, that's what you focus on.
Copy and paste. Ron! Ron and Kat came in together.
They're spooky. Good to see you guys.
Well, it's so good to see both of you.
Oh, we're being silly, but we're having a lot of fun talking about flow and keeping our vibes high. And
yes, high vibes, everybody. Woo!
Yeah, we're just enjoying ourselves. Or pull a card once in a while, pull a rock once in a while. I pulled 4 for Ron and Kat, and I got courage. It's the first. Ooh, hello. There it is. Courage. Second one is trust. The third one is focus. And the last one, nature.
Yes.
So we came up with a sentence, and the message is, have the courage to trust your focus in nature.
That's right. Get outside. Spend some time outside. We only got a little bit of the summer left. All of you guys up in Canada, I don't know, what are the temperatures like up there right now? I know you guys got really hot for a while. I was around the same time that we were super hot here, but I think it's starting to cool off now.
I was watching Van City Van Life, and Chrome's been up in the Yukon, and it was hot up there. And then all of a sudden, he's running his heater at night.
Oh, freezing cold. Yes. Yep. Yes. And that's what's
just like boom overnight. And he's up in the Yukon. He's up, well, yesterday he was up at Whitehorse. So 70 in Maine. My ancestors come from Portland, Maine, little place that doesn't exist anymore, actually called Wells Junction. It's, from what I gather, it's a Circle K, and that's about all nowadays.
Wells Junction.
Wells Junction.
Why does that sound familiar to me? I'm going to have to look that up. So
it's a place where a lot of immigrants from the UK and stuff, well, Great Britain, Scotland, that's where they went.
Oh.
That's where they ended up in 1693.
Yeah, there's something about the name of that is triggering. I had a friend who was from Portland, Maine.
My great
maybe she mentioned it at some time or another. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Kat says, good morrow, all. Good morrow. Happy Grand Rising.
I keep getting these phone calls. I don't know who. I'm tired of this stuff.
Well, you know what? I got this guy. His name is Potential Spam that keeps calling me over and over and over again. So last time he called, I picked up the phone and I said, listen, all right, I'm married and I have a husband and a wife. and neither one of them wants me talking to you. It's against our religion. And then I shut the phone off and I put it down.
Good for you. Uh, you know,
Nothing
you were
breaks
talking
people's
about
brains like when you tell them, I've got a husband and a wife.
you're talking about watching too much YouTube. I don't do YouTube Premium because I'm not giving YouTube a penny. I'm sorry, I'm weird. I'm not a Google fan. I've worked in computers long enough that no, I don't like this takeover that they do. They're a monopoly. They're too big. Anyway, I'm one of those computer geeks that always used the browser that nobody else used because I could really make it, tweak it, make it mine.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know. But anyway, as I'm going through and watching YouTube, I just yesterday was just I'm done. I can't have it. I'm in a swing state that it is like Carrie Lake and the woman, the man that she's running against, Ruben Gallego. They're kind of neck and neck. Ruben went, boom. He surged over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? Every darn YouTube ad is politics. And it's
so annoying.
MAGA. And I'm just like,
yes, it's so
and
annoying.
so I keep because YouTube loves me. I report every single MAGA ad I get as propaganda.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah, but you know what happens? Then YouTube does an update and I lose subscribers that I know are not unsubscribing from me.
Oh.
YouTube will go, I smack you a little for doing your complaint thing, lady.
Oh, well.
You have a channel. You're not supposed to complain.
That's pretty unprofessional. I mean, I've noticed that too, but YouTube, whatever.
They do what they want. I told you I was going to talk about StreamYard. Ron, I'm glad you're in here.
Yeah.
You know, StreamYard has raised their rates. The new rate is $44.99 a month or $88.99 a month.
Yes, there is no
you
more.
Pay monthly.
Whatever it was, $12 or whatever it was. I pay yearly.
It was
I don't know exactly, but
I
think it was at about $12.50 a month or something like that. If you broke it down.
Yeah.
But now it's going to be something like $20. It's going to be $20 a month for me. And
I was paying $25.99 before, and I don't have the bells and whistles for $25 a month, y'all. Let alone $45.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Double almost. It's $5 short of double. You only use the free one now. Good.
That's probably what I'm going to do, Ron, for a while. Once
if you've been using the pay one, they won't let you go back down to free. I already tried that.
I'll just make a new account. I'll just make a new account with a new email address and whatever.
Yeah, I decided forget it. I'm just going to go over to Zoom.
Yeah.
Zoom does everything plus. And now with Zoom, you can set it so you get the YouTube reminder, which was the big reason I went with StreamYard in the first place, was because you set it all up in StreamYard and it sets the reminder in YouTube and all that. You can do that in Zoom now.
Well, I'm already very familiar with OBS, so I think I might download the Streamlab plugin and use Streamlab for free and not have any bill,
And Streamlab works with everybody. It works with iPhone and Android.
Yes, it works.
Zoom works with everybody. I decided, and Zoom is $15.99 a month.
Right, which isn't bad.
That's already. I'm going to save $10 a month over what I was normally paying. What I've been paying for like the last 2 years.
Right.
Something about that $25 a month for 2 years. That's a lot of money. So yeah, I pay you monthly. So yesterday or whenever I got paid, I think Friday, it was Thursday or Friday. I paid my bills as soon as that money hits my bank, man, it goes and pays what it's supposed to pay.
Mm-hmm.
And the next day I got the email, oh, by the way, we're raising our rates, but we have all these bells and we're going to let you try out all of those. And then we'll just take a few of them away when the end of the month goes. What do you say? And automatic. It's automatic. You don't get a yes or no.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So I complained.
No, and I mean, and I hope that a lot of people do, and I hope that they realize that they're going to be shooting themselves in the foot by doing this. You know.
Yes, Zoom is easy, 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 easy. Go to the. Your Rose is wanting to know, can she still do Zoom on her phone?
Oh yes, you can.
Zoom is super easy. The reason why Zoom is huge because of COVID. All the schools, 3/4 of the businesses, when we were all in lockdown, they were doing business with and through Zoom. So, I can tell you readers that you can tell the readers that use it, the ones that, we have our name and stuff up here. You'll see Lena Rodriguez uses it to record her videos. You'll see it has her name, little teeny tiny letters down in the bottom. So, you tried to pay them with Canadian Tire money.
They did not accept. Oh, Canadian Tire money was hysterical.
Ron,
you don't, Rose. You won't. For you as a viewer, it won't change at all.
No.
Okay, her using Zoom will not change anything at all. For all of you guys who are watching via YouTube, she's going to be using Zoom to upload to YouTube, so it will not change anything at all for you. As long as you're able to watch
thanks,
the video now, you'll be able to watch it then. Okay.
Yeah, what you'll see on YouTube is the same thing you always see when you upcoming, and you click on that and notify me. And then when I come on, I just won't be on in StreamYard.
That's right. Right. So regardless.
So you might see me as a bunny rabbit.
It'll be seamless for you guys. It's not seamless for us, the ones that have to actually change everything that we're doing to be able to get this
to join and work together. When you got two internet companies trying to, this is my weird thing too. When you got, it's okay because StreamYard works great with Google. They communicate well with the Google platforms. Safari and iPhone doesn't work with anybody. So you wouldn't believe the extra steps I have to go through to do this on my Mac computer. It's crazy. Zoom, it's like click, 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 click. There I am. All the videos you guys see, my resin videos and stuff, I record in Zoom, the free Zoom. So you're already watching me in Zoom. Raspberries.
I have raspberries behind my garage. Yeah, Kat was talking about the wild blackberries, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I would love to get a hold of some blackberries.
Are you in Oregon by any chance? Are you in Oregon or Washington? Because the wild blackberries there will literally grow over the top of a 3-story house.
Oh, wild.
And they're the size of the whole tip of your thumb. You make a cobbler, you got to be really, or pie. You definitely make sure you put a drip pan under it because it's guaranteed somewhere it will overflow. They're so sweet, so good. We used to put ladders and lay the ladder out on the bush and then put your long sleeve white shirts on because they're also covered with bees so you don't get stung.
Oh, yes.
And then climb out on that ladder and reach down because you're out on top of the bush where all the sweet ones are. My mom and dad used to, because I was little, see, they'd send me out on top of the bush and they'd be picking down below. Oh, I love blackberries. You wanted to plant raspberries this year, but you've been battling weeds. Reclaiming your yard.
Yeah, arthritis.
Arthritis. Bless you, sweetheart. I get you.
Yeah.
That's why I had my thumb they rebuilt my thumb because of arthritis. They took the joint out. There actually isn't a bone right in here. That's why it's shaped different.
That's why, you know what, Kat? That's when you find a nice young Norse brother and you say to him, listen, I'll get you some mead if you come over and you take out these weeds for me. And you'll get like a whole bunch of young strapping young guys come over and they'll do it for you. In my fellowship, I've had so many people step up since I've had like this shoulder problem and say, hey, Dali, is there anything that we can do? Do you need anything? And these are people who would be driving hours to get to me, who would be willing to drop everything and come here and help me if I needed it, you know. So, and I know your group is like that too. So
Dali and I have a really good friend here in YouTube that's like that.
yes.
Robert.
Yes.
Robert
Robert.
would drive. If he could drive through the ocean, he would if he needed help.
Yep, he's a good guy.
There's some wonderful people. Rose Blue. Oh, mead. I always wanted to try that.
Yeah.
I want to make some. And you know, I should, because I have a beehive, a wild beehive. And my neighbors hate me because of it. And I won't kill it.
I have
down here in Tucson, all we have are Africanized bees. So they're mean.
I got to figure out a way to make some non-alcoholic mead. I think I would just stop the process before it starts fermenting, and maybe then it would be okay. But I don't know. I have to figure that out. How could you
do that? Because then it would be really yeasty tasting.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Or you burn it. Maybe you boil it off. I don't know how they make non. I have to figure out how to do it. And if I
it would have to be distilled. I would think
non-alcoholic stuff, but mead is good. Yes.
Yes,
it's good, and it's good if you can get mead that is made by somebody local, you know, because then you're using that honey has the local pollens and stuff all in it, and that helps you with your allergies. You won't have like a histamine reaction to the wine. So
that's a nice ginger.
Ginger, yes. Oh my gosh, that's one thing I really miss about not drinking is mead and a good dark beer, you know.
Oh goodness.
I like Dunkels. Dunkels are my favorite, but
yeah, I'm a Guinness. Well, I'm Scottish, so
yeah, of course, yes.
Of course, I'm gonna like that malty stuff.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff, you guys. You can get it at the liquor store. I mean, they do make there are companies that actually make it, but it's better if you can have it.
It's not as good as the homemade.
Oh, the homemade stuff is that. And
everybody
makes it. Everybody in
my dad used to make homebrew beer, and my mom used to make homemade root beer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, ginger beer is very good too.
Oh, I love ginger beer. Japanese ginger beer will knock you on your butt, girlfriend. It's like drinking plum wine. Wee. Plum wine, now there's something good. I like that on ice cream, but I like a lot of different alcohols on ice cream. Mm-hmm. When I was a kid, we had that. Like people start a sourdough. Well, we had a topping that you put on ice cream that was made with canned fruit and brandy and stuff, and it would ferment. Mm-hmm. And you kept the starter going, and you passed it around to the people, like friendship bread and stuff.
Right, and the people who are the last ones to you know, who have been like a year out are getting the potent strong stuff.
Yeah, let me tell you that stuff. Woohoo!
But all right, Sharon, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it's afternoon here now.
Well, anyway, she needs a nap. Take one, please. Rest well, my love. That's the most important thing right now for everybody. Self-care means more than anything. And we're an hour out, and my self-care is I'm going to go make a big breakfast with lots of protein because my energy level has been low. And I learned over the weekend that the more complex carbohydrates I've been eating, the more tired I am.
Yes, protein is the way to stay away from, because it's a slow burn versus carbs, which are a fast burn and that burns you out. So
also protein burns that hard yeller fat.
Yes,
is the deadly stuff that's in women's abdomens.
Mm-hmm.
That is the number one heart attack creator in women. Is
that
yellow
all that yellow fat on my jello.
I got rid of all that. I got jiggly.
I'm jelly. I'm jello.
Yeah, I'm all jiggly. Really soft, huggy, jiggly. But I was a big girl, and I didn't have any kind of surgery to shrink the skin down. So there's a lot of saggy skin here. It used to be all plump and full.
Yeah, I'm gonna have the same issue.
I talked to my plastic surgeon about it, and he says, well, normally I would say get a tummy tuck. He says, but I don't do those. And I'm like, you don't? Why? because he was exactly who he's done my cancer, right? I'm like, why? He says, because it is the most invasive form of plastic surgery and the hardest to heal to keep you from getting infection.
Yeah, I'm not doing
So
anything.
he says, for me, for liability reasons, it's not worth it.
Yeah, I'm not
And I went,
worrying about
okay,
that.
I respect that. So I don't want a tummy tuck. Fine. If it's that awful, no, it's not worth it. No, I'm not no
I'm
movie
never
star.
gonna be in public in a bikini.
I was gonna say, I've never had a bikini, never owned a bikini. Why do I need one at 67 years old?
I ain't doing any of that. So, all right, I gotta
I
go,
just got a
Katie.
bathing suit with a skirt. So it's like, it's
I do
shorts with
too.
a skirt, man. I'm going the opposite way.
I do that. I do that too. I got the same thing.
You're not doing anything. You're jello too. Well, you know what? I know men, there's men that like hard bodies, and then there's men that like soft ones. Whoever gives me a hug, they know they got something in their arms because it squishes. Low and slow, 14 hours at 250 degrees. Oh, Guga's rub, sesame seed, star anise, and orange zest. Ooh.
That sounds delicious. That sounds delicious.
Ooh.
See,
I
I love meat.
I do too. And someone we all know gave me a gift card when I was all laid up with my back and stuff. Renee, TLC, Terra Love Community Renee. She gave me a gift card to Penzeys Spices. I don't even look at spices in the grocery store now.
Yeah, Penzeys will spoil you. My whole spice cabinet is filled with Penzy. Penzy and Spice House. Spice House is another really, really, really good one.
I like Penzey because of their political.
Yeah, they're very, very liberal.
I can tell you what, they've been donating money to. Yeah, the DNC.
You go to their website and you look at their statement, and it's basically Donald Trump is a piece of shit.
That's pretty much
all so in your face with what they feel. And I was just like, oh, my this is from you forever and ever.
No. I've never been in one of their stores. We have one here, but it's like all the way across town. It took me 45 minutes to get over there. So I just order online. But I wonder if the store has that patriotic fuck you, Donald Trump attitude. I'm a patriot and I'm not a MAGA. You do not get the right to hold patriotism hostage, you jerk.
Hang on, I'll give you guys a link to Penzeys. Hang on.
Oh, one of their mixes that I got is the Arizona, the Southwest something. Anyway, I put it in my tacos. I put it in everything. It is so good. And that's one spice combo I normally make myself because I'm really picky. It's this Mexican flavors. And my mama
if you go to that website and you click on About Republicans, you'll be able to read their political views. And I think that if you're liberal, or even left leaning, you're going to appreciate that. All right, I got to go, Katie. I have to go.
Yes, you guys. I love you all so much. Thank you. We'll see you. We'll continue. We'll pick this up where we left off tomorrow.
Morning,
we're going to be talking about spices tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time on my channel. We'll be continuing this Fun Fest with Katie. So please come on by. I'll be putting up a link later today in my community page. So you guys can just click on that. But that's 10 a.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow.
Yes, that's nice, Rose. She bought a t-shirt for her mom with flowers on it and no words. That's sweet. I am so glad you guys, this has been a lot of fun. I have all kinds of card decks out here in case we decided to pull cards or whatever, but I really like the conversation we've had better.
Yeah, we'll definitely pull cards tomorrow.
Yeah, whatever. We'll do whatever. Okay. I like your questions that you ask us.
Yes, we'll do some of that too.
We'll do a little of everything.
Yes.
Keep that in there for tomorrow.
Okay.
And you guys ask for us. You got it. We love it. We like doing this. It's like we do this every morning anyway. Not talking face to face, but we do talk every day.
Yes.
So you guys take care.
All right. Love you guys.
A habit. So together we will thrive. I love you so much. Hang out. I want you to hear the song Arong, the outgoing song. Don't leave, please, because it's gorgeous. Bye.
She dances on the moon, her spirit lifts up with the tune, spreading kindness around the room. She's Katie Moonchild.